Hello, salutations, and welcome to Gamer Disclaimer with Mag and Wade, episode 26. We are happy to be with you today. As always, I am Wade. That guy is Mag. Mag, how you doing there, big shoots?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. Um, Been a pretty good week. I got a walking pad and a standing desk, and I got it all installed today for my workplace. I walked for an hour today, and it was not fun. I did not enjoy it, but I am trying to do that instead of being a lazy bones, and I'm hoping that it will help me be in better shape. Don't hate on walking, people. I know it's boring, but it's
Oh,
good
here's some inside
good for you.
baseball. Lazy Bones Mag records this podcast sitting down. I stand up every week.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then every week after we're done recording and we do the post call discussion, I always sit down because I'm tired.
There you go. I didn't know that. Now you know. Behind the scenes. No, I'm good though. Just been hanging out. Have to DJ this weekend. We've had like 6 weeks off, which has been nice. But yeah, it's been a good week. What about you? You hanging in there? Cough's
Yeah.
getting better.
No, it's not. I'm learning to live with it. I was so sneezy today and mucusy. This is exactly what the people want to listen to. And then that went away, and now I'm just coughing again. I don't understand. It doesn't make a lick
Are
of
you
sense. But
coughing and
whatever.
wheezing the Pokemon?
Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't know. It's gotten a little better, so that's a good thing. Trying to recall if I did anything fun over the weekend. Oh, the wife and I. This is cute couple story.
Mm.
We alternated chorin on the weekend. So on Saturday, I got the heck out of the way while the wife did all of the cleaning that she wanted to do around the house. And then on Sunday, she did absolutely nothing and watched Netflix while I did all of the chores that I needed to do around the house rather than
Nice.
stumbling over each other. Luckily, we had 2 days on the weekend, or I don't know how that ever could have possibly worked.
Gotcha. There you go. Cool.
Huh.
That's fun. Cleaning. Just adulting. That's why we do this show, so we can actually do fun things. I did stand in
It's
line for some
important.
Pokemon cards. That was fun. They
Oh,
did a drop at GameStop, so my brother-in-law and I went and stood in line and got. I'll pan my camera over. Got this Alakazam box over here, as you can see, right here. So,
were
yes.
they pumping out the Lady Gaga music while you were in line, doing some
No,
abracadabra, Gaga ooh la la? No,
we were just hanging out.
that's too bad.
Yep. Um, I'll go first with what I've been playing this week.
Sure.
So MSI is happening, which is the mid-season invitational of League of Legends, and so I've been watching a lot of League of Legends, and so I did play my first game of League in probably about 4 or 5 months. So I took a decent break from it and had a good time. I'm not back on the crack, but I played a game 2 nights ago, and then I played one last night. So maybe adding it as an option. Got a little bit further in Clair Obscure. I fought one of the big bosses in the first part of Act 2, and that fight was super cool. Dude is basically General Grievous, if you know what I'm talking about, Wade. Um, Super cool. It's like the
Was it?
duelista or duelister.
Oh, the duelist. Yeah.
That guy was
Got
dope, but safe to say he was taken care of by the expedition, and we are getting ready to move on and do all that stuff. No spoilers because you got to play the game. Um, yeah, and then I've been playing Fortnite. So been playing Fortnite. My one of my friends encouraged me to download Apex Legends again and give it a try because he's been playing it recently. So at some point, probably before next episode, I'll probably give that a whirl again. A truly skill based battle royale, in my opinion. But yeah, so kind of just been playing all sorts of stuff. It's been good. It's been a good time. What about you, Wade? Tell us about the games you have been playing this week.
I think it's only, well, no. I guess I've been playing a little bit of Mario Kart World interspersely with the wife that we bought the Switch 2 for. Got to justify the purchase.
Yep.
I've got Donkey Kong Bonanza on the brain. We'll see if I need to get that right away. But it was announced this week. I don't know if you knew, and this kind of ruins your fantasy video game predictions, that Donkey Kong Bonanza is the game that the Mario Odyssey team was working on. So it's
Yeah.
extremely unlikely that we're going to get a 3D Mario platformer this year if that's what that team has been working on. Just a hunch, but
Yeah.
yeah. So little Mario Kart. Thinking about DK Bonanza when it's going to come out. But one other item that happened recently was that EA announced that the servers for Anthem were going to be closing in January of 2026.
Mm.
I own a physical copy of Anthem that I bought for $5, I don't know, 3 years ago, because Secret Anthem was not a success. It was pretty bad, actually, and they pulled BioWare off of making Mass Effect games to try and chase the live service trend. Of the time that I've spent playing Anthem, it's just a Destiny. That's all that it is. Go to a spot, do a mission, guard the thing, collect these three things in the area, go do the next thing. Instead of your three different subclasses like you had in Destiny, there's four different uh, suits that you can fly around in. I will say it's like the best Iron Man simulator that you could possibly imagine. Like the flying in it is really fun, but I don't know exactly what they're going for with like it's an interesting story, but I don't even know if Destiny had that good of a story. I'm gonna keep playing it because much like what is it, X Defiant. I guess X Defiant started the tradition of if a game's servers are going to be shutting down, I'm gonna try and finish that game before the servers shut down.
Yeah.
I don't know if this trend will continue, but that's where I'm at with Anthem at least. And then I've also been playing some Picross, which got carried over to the Switch 2, so now that's with a larger screen. Oh boy, amazing!
HD.
Can I even have HD for the squares on the grid? Really need the updated power of the Switch 2 to play Picross.
That makes sense. Cool. Fun fact, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, and it'll be the first time I have been to the dentist since I moved to Virginia, which was 10 years ago. So, not excited about that, but there's a cancellation, and so I got in. So, wish me luck for tomorrow. Hate the
I
dentist.
mean,
Hate it.
but what if you go and they say everything looks great?
There's no
Everything
chance.
is
There's no chance. I'm telling you. I told my wife, I said, "Are you ready to have like $3,000 in doctor bills a minimum?" She's like, "Yeah, it'll be fine." I have
I
a lot of
think
fillings already, so I don't know. It's not.
I have many dentist stories that we can save for the post show or maybe save for a different day.
Ugh, well, yeah, but that's happening tomorrow.
I,
Fun
it
fact.
it would dominate the entirety of this episode. I could
Ugh.
fill an episode with dentist stories, but we
But
don't need to.
yeah, ever since I had my braces, I've not loved it. But anyway, let's move on to our topic for today.
It's such a good one that I'm trying to get us to the topic and not just dominate the pre-show.
No, the pre-show is important. People want to know how we're doing, Wade. We're 26 episodes in, half a year's worth in. People care about our lives apparently and what we've been playing. And if they don't, whatever, they can skip it. So I've been on a movie kick lately, and I have really enjoyed going to see movies. And so I thought it would be fun to have a little two-parter today. The first part is let's see, what games would make the best movies / TV series, and what are the best movie / TV show video games that have been made. So I have us starting with the best games first. I did them backwards, out of order.
Well, that's
But
fine. So these are
these are
games that exists and movies or shows that don't exist.
So these are games that exist first. Yes. So I didn't have a ton of games that were like based on like a franchise. So like Star Wars games that aren't like exactly, at least for my, like I have 7 games that I wrote down. We don't need to spend a ton of time on each of them. But I just thought it'd be fun to say, hey, here's a game. It's cool. Blah, 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 blah. And then we can move on from the games that are cool. And then I have 3 each for a TV series and a movie and why. So I don't know if you're around the same
I
stuff.
wrote down way too much stuff, but hopefully whatever you have will cross some things off of my list.
Okay. All right. So let me start with games. So I wrote.
So once again, just to clarify, these
Yep.
are games that you think would make a good movie or a TV show that don't already exist as a movie or a TV show.
The other one. Games that do exist that are based off of TV shows or movies.
Oh,
Does that
fire
make
away,
sense?
my dude.
Do you have
Yeah,
any?
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Do you have any? Or were you confused?
Let's just do it, Meg.
Okay. So it's a two-parter. So the second part is games that would be great movies or TV shows. But this is games that are based on TV shows and movies that have come out and exist.
Games that are based on TV shows or movies.
Was I
That is
confusing?
that is the one part. I mean, we're still gonna have a grand old time, but that is the one part that I did not even consider. So what I have, this is just like a who's on first, what's on second kind of situation over
Okay.
there. So I have a list of games that do not have currently movies or shows about them that I thought would be good to exist. And then I also have a list of video game movies or shows that we can just talk about if we've seen them, or, your mileage may vary on how much you might like or enjoy these existing video game movies or shows. But
All
let's
right.
start with yours. We've got it
Perfect.
all covered. We've got every permutation is covered. We'll talk about it all.
Okay, sorry if I was confusing in my text, but
No,
you're
you're good,
here.
man. You're
You're
good.
experiencing this in the real time, audience. So enjoy this.
We,
All
we
right.
both are. Me and the audience are in the same boat.
So my first game I wrote down is Aladdin for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. I really liked that game. Just a sweet 2D platformer, loosely based on the movie. I'd say there's some stuff that's not exactly the same as the movie. Have you played Aladdin?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
My Aladdin story is there was a girl that I knew in college who said that she had a Super Nintendo. So I came over to her place one night and I brought like Mario Kart and Super Mario World. But the only game I think that she had for her Super Nintendo was Aladdin.
Nice.
And I believe growing up, she, like her older brothers, didn't let her play the other Super Nintendo games. She could only play Aladdin. So she was so good at Aladdin. The ride on the carpet out of the Cave of Wonders,
Yep.
she was hugging the right side of the screen the entire time, dodging every obstacle that came her way. It was a sight to behold.
Impressive. Yeah, so I don't know. I like the game. I think it's a good movie game. That's a funny story. Staying on the Genesis, I wrote down Toy Story, the original Toy Story game. I really enjoyed that game a lot. I don't think I've actually ever beat it. I got to the last level many
It's
times.
hard.
It is so hard. So hard. I tried as an adult to beat it, and I didn't even get to the last level.
Is Toy Story, and I don't know if you know the answer to this question, is that one where, so Aladdin famously was like two completely different games on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis.
Yep.
Was Toy Story pretty much, tit for tat, or
I
was
think
there
it was
some
the
significant
same.
difference?
I'm pretty sure it was the same. I think so.
Okay.
All right. Next one, I just have them in order of systems, which I'll say there hasn't been a really good recent one. Of course, number one on most of the lists that I looked up was GoldenEye. It's probably the best movie video game of all time. GoldenEye's a classic. Everyone knows and loves GoldenEye, which a lot of people don't know. It's based on a movie, right? It's 007, but movie GoldenEye. So, like, I don't know. What do you think? You like GoldenEye? Obviously, duh.
Yeah, I don't know that Child Wade gave two rips about James Bond until GoldenEye for the N64 came out, and then I was ride or die for GoldenEye, catching it anytime that I could on NBC movie nights on whatever Saturday they happened to be showing it.
Yes, it's a yeah. I didn't really know who James Bond was either till GoldenEye existed, which I was a little bit younger. But then I wrote down Spider-Man 1 and 2 from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man era. Those games were sweet on like the
Yep.
GameCube and PS2. Those games were sick. I played the Spider-Man on the NES or on the well, there's a lot on the NES and SNES, but on the N64 or Dreamcast, that one was cool, but it wasn't based on the movie. These ones are like the movie game, super dope. Um,
I'm a big fan of in those Spider-Man games. Bruce Campbell is like your narrator in them when you go
mhm.
through the tutorials, and he's very encouraging. Uh, I think also like Spider-Man 2 actually did honest to goodness web swinging where you had to attach to something, not
Yep.
just you're swinging on the clouds, which
Yeah.
was you know, adds a little bit more authenticity to your Spider-Manning experience.
Yeah. It's a dope game. Great movie game. The next one I have, just the. You remember the Lord of the Rings games based on from the
Hmm.
movies? Those games were sweet. Like they were actually like pretty solid and pretty fun. I played.
Was there a Fellowship of the Ring one? I remember the
I
Two
don't.
Towers
I don't think
and
so.
the Return of the King
I
being
think those were
the
the two.
hotness. Yeah.
Yes, I think Two Towers is the one I played, and it was dope. I was like, this is fun. This is cool. This is the only one that is not exactly a movie game, but I put Enter the Matrix. Do you remember that one?
So you're going with Enter the Matrix and not the Matrix Path of Neo?
I am because I
Because
never played
Neo
Path of
wasn't
Neo.
in Enter the
I
Matrix.
know it was like two random people, but I remember that game just being like super dope at the time with the slow motion physics and everything.
Yeah.
But I
Are you
never
ready
played.
to have your mind blown, Meg? 'Cause I bet you don't know this.
I am ready.
So, Enter the Matrix, despite not being based on a specific Matrix movie, technically goes alongside the events of the Matrix Reloaded, I believe.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know
And
that.
when you say that you are these two random people, they're in the Matrix Reloaded. Just
There you
very,
go.
very minor roles, but they're there. They exist. And it is a video game tie-in that had the direct involvement with the creators of the movie. The Wachowskis were super involved with the creation of Enter the Matrix.
Yeah, and I think I knew that, and that's why I included it as like a movie game, even though it wasn't exactly like it was kind of like it
Absolutely.
was still canon, kind of like as a part of the story. And then of course the last one, I put Scott Pilgrim versus the whatever Scott Pilgrim beat 'em up game. It's
Nope.
like it's literally called the movie The Game. So
Yeah.
that is a fun game. Although I will say my only gripe with that game is in a lot of the beat 'em ups, I always say like when you're like you're on a plane and like you sometimes when you're punching you can catch people if they're above or below you and you're like hit like I call it catching them. In that game, you have to be in front of them or you will not
Yeah.
hit them. And that is my only gripe. It's still a dope game and the music is
I
super dope in that game
I
too.
think some of the characters have a little bit more of an AoE attack. Like I think that Scott has one where he punches the ground and like a dome comes around him that I thought had a little bit more flexibility for above and below you on the plane. And then Ramona had like a spin attack. I think that also maybe had a little bit of flexibility with that. But yeah, I hear you. There's certain games, that it's just that's a good mechanic that I think we should revisit at a future date and time. Um, just so you know, Meg, I do have
Okay.
a couple of things that fit this. If we're done with your
Yeah,
list,
that's my whole list.
so
So, do you have any other
so
ones?
these so what these are called that you did not text me. These are called video game tie-ins, and they
Okay.
don't exist much anymore. But at a certain point in time, they were a thing that was going on. I will, and I do have a visual aid, so I'm going to look super prepared for this. Actually,
Ooh.
I do have South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is
Nice.
just based on the South Park property, turn-based RPG. It's fan-dang-tastic. It's great. Then it also had the sequel, The Fractured But Whole, which
Yep.
was them doing all kinds of superhero stuff. Really enjoyed that one as well. Um, Commenting to Scott Pilgrim, I wasn't going to get nitpicky about it before, but technically, none of the games are based on the movie. They're all based on the graphic novel, right?
Yes,
But maybe your first exposure to Scott Pilgrim was with the movie, so
it
we're not
was.
gonna we're not gonna dunk you on that one.
Thanks.
Um, there was a period in time. I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase this because this is like a chicken and the egg kind of situation. Before we had a Lego movie with Chris Pratt doing Emmett and Master Buildering and whatnot, which then inspired the Will Arnett Lego Batman movie. We
Which was
already had Lego Batman.
yeah, Lego Batman movie is awesome.
Yeah, the Lego Batman movie is really good. The Lego Batman movie did not get a game tie-in like this, but it did have, look at me just burning through all of my visual aids,
Sorry.
a expansion set that came with Lego Dimensions, which was, I guess, Traveler Tales and Warner Brothers trying to get in on some of that sweet, sweet Skylanders and Disney Infinity
Yep.
money. So they had a level set where you got, so Batman already came with Lego Dimensions, so you got Robin and Batgirl, and then you were able to play through some segments of the movie there.
There you go. Movie
I
tie-ins.
think I think that is the extent of the movie tie-ins that I have. I would have grabbed more off the shelf or added more to the list if I understood at all what it is that we were talking about. Because I know that I think that I have all of the Sega produced early Marvel movie tie-in games. So it's
Oh.
like Iron Man 1 and 2,
Yep.
Captain America, there's a Thor one, and there is an Incredible Hulk game as well. That all came out alongside of the movies.
Do you have the
Um,
Wolverine Origins game? X-Men?
yep, yep.
Gotcha.
I didn't think about that one because it's more of the Fox thing. But yeah, you're right. That's absolutely in the same vein. I've only played that game a little bit, but I really need to get around to, finishing it out because people say it's amazing. They love it. It's
Yeah.
stupid expensive too, kind of rare. The other one that I will just make a shout out to for a bad movie tie-in game that for whatever reason, much like that girl that I was talking about with Aladdin, I played so much of. Little Nicky for the Game Boy Color. I put an obnoxious number of hours into playing. Sadly, I don't have it anymore. And I saw a used copy at a game store the other day, and it was like $40. And I'm like, this game is not good. I'm not willing to spend that much money to go down memory lane and
It's just
play it
rare.
again. Yeah,
Little
I
Nicky.
guess
That's funny.
little Nicky
Shout
for the
out
Game
to
Boy
the
Color.
ET game that almost destroyed the video game industry as well. Shout out on the Atari. All
Of
right.
course. So,
Let's
Meg,
move on. Yeah.
can I now? I don't know if you have any of these.
Okay.
Can I now present my games or game series that I think would make a good television show or a movie?
Yes, I have 3 and 3. So
You have three of those?
I have 3 of each. 3 movies
Oh,
and
excellent.
3 TV shows.
Oh, I didn't make that distinction if I feel like they would be better as a TV show or as better as a movie.
Sweet. Yeah. You can go first.
All right. Well, I will lead off with if you have three. Let me see what I'm going to do here. Some of these might be sort of announced as possibly like, oh, they're shopping around for a script or whatever it is. But until a trailer actually exists, a movie does not exist in my world. Like
True.
it could just fizzle out and nothing is ever gonna come of any of these things. So,
Yep.
recency bias, and this podcast might as well be called Gamer Disclaimer with Meg and Wade and also Claire Obscure Expedition 33. But I'd imagine that there is some way, shape, or form that you could turn Claire Obscure into either a feature length movie or some series of shows to tell the story that they are telling. And you don't even know yet, Mag.
I know.
When you get to the end of Act 2, there's always at the end of every act, 3 acts, there's always a big needle drop where a lot of exciting things happen.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
have that one on my TV list. So
Oh,
games that were
perfect.
a little bit longer. Because I thought about it, right? It's like I would like to see a game that's big like that not be crammed into a 2.5 hour max film or 3 hour film per se. I think that it would be better as a show series, with like
Right.
2 or 3, like 1 to 3 seasons. You could do Act One; it'd be like a whole season of like 8 episodes. Just because there's so much that you don't want to miss. I also try not to have a ton of games that have like a gazillion cutscenes because those are kind of like movies on their own. But yeah, I had Clair Obscur on my list as well.
I mean, that's a whole other conversation, possibly for a different day, about how, like, I have a friend who experienced Claire Obscur as if it was a movie by just watching all of the cutscenes
Yeah.
or the crucial parts that were within gameplay for those kinds of things. Um, I'm gonna keep doing mine in
Okay.
hopes of getting all 6 of your things, and then if my things are on your list, you can tell me if you had them as a TV show or a movie.
I think that
Um,
you will probably maybe have 1 to 2 more, but the other 3 you probably won't. But
okay,
okay.
interesting.
Yep.
I have Metroid on my list.
Cool.
Is Metroid on your list?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Metroid already kind of has like an alien or aliens kind of feel with your female protagonist, and you're very isolated exploring this, strange land, and taking on all these, cool bosses and whatnot. Of the Nintendo series, although Metroid I don't think carries the same weight as like Mario and Zelda. Um, it's one that I feel might lend itself well to an adaptation like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
I also shout out to some of the friends that you keep. Think that there's been a long time where people have wanted some kind of Dark Souls or Elden Ring movie or
Or
show
Bloodborne.
to exist, or Bloodborne. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess I don't know the stories of those games, so I don't
there's
know.
almost so that uh, FromSoft games famously don't have much in the way of story, but they have extremely deep lore if you know where to look for it, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense. So these are lore things that you might not have experienced in the game if you skipped over them that could be adapted into an adjacent kind of property. Like things that happened before Elden Ring that are all described in the lore might be an excellent enough story on its own to be a standalone kind of project.
Yeah, I think I personally wouldn't be as interested in it just because like to me those games are just boss rush games. Like it was like the Cuphead show, right? Like the Cuphead show is like kind of lame. Like I love Cuphead. Like it's one of my favorite games of all time. But like it's a boss rush game. So like
Yeah.
there was like I feel like they were trying to like force things and it just didn't feel like it fit. And I feel like a Bloodborne or Elden Ring or Dark Souls type of thing maybe would feel like that, but maybe not. I
So
mean,
I didn't watch the Cuphead show. Would
it was
a
bad.
format on the Cuphead show that would work that you might think would be better is if each episode of the Cuphead show was dedicated to one of the bosses that you fought in the game, and you fleshed them out a little bit, and then it all came to a head with a big fight at the end. I know this is kind of turning into like a Monster of the Week Power Rangers sort of situation when you do it like that, but if it's a boss rush game, is a format of a show where each week is just one of the bosses, does that lend itself to it?
Yeah, I think if you were to say give some backstory of the boss, maybe
Yeah.
like the episode is about the boss and their lore, and then it ends, and then it transitions back to the player and
Who's the bashful flower boss?
oh, the flower guy.
Has a name, right? Yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
got a name, right?
it's Cagney Carnation.
Oh, see,
But
so then
like,
it's like Cuphead and Mugman go to a farm that day,
yeah,
and
I don't
they
know.
step on some flowers, and they get upset, so then they run away, and then they come back to challenge
I
him. I
think
don't
I
know.
think the FromSoft games have a lot more potential than Cuphead, but I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just sharing my feedback.
Sure, absolutely. This one is definitely. I can't imagine this being on your list, but I assume that it would be turned into a dope movie or TV show, and that would be the Darksiders series. Do you know anything about Darksiders, Mag?
I don't. I've heard of it. I don't.
Four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Hmm.
And in the first game, the apocalypse gets started kind of preemptively. So War, the Horseman of War, shows up and then is told, like, you're not supposed to be here. And then everybody's all upset. So then he has to, like, clear his name to try and explain why the apocalypse started, but it wasn't actually supposed to start, and why the Horsemen were all these issues with it.
Hmm.
And you've got good dynamics with, like, in the game, sequentially, you played as War, and then Death, and then in the third game, you played as what is it here? Fury. She's the lady horseman, and then in Darksiders Genesis, you played as Strife. So those were the horsemen in those things, and you've never really gotten a chance in the games to experience all four of them together, which is something that a movie or a TV show could do.
Cool.
Um,
What do you think about like Mass Effect? Like for me, like it's like a grand adventure. But
well, I
I
wanted
would
to talk about it.
I would be worried though because there's not a base, like it's like the game is changed based on your decisions. So how do
Yep,
you
exactly.
how do you pick one storyline to be the movie or the TV show? You know? Like
Yeah, I don't know if so.
sorry, I didn't mean to steal one of yours.
No, absolutely. It wasn't one that I was going to mention, and I'm happy that we got there naturally because it was one that like doesn't exist, but would it make sense to have something like that? And yeah, when so much of video game storytelling, specifically within Mass Effect, is based on the decisions that you yourself make,
Yeah.
how well does that really translate into a non-interactive experience where the decisions are just being made?
Yeah.
To, I guess, kind of say that there's a way that it could work. If you went and just started Mass Effect 3, it had you go through like a series of decisions from the earlier games so that, despite the fact that you didn't play them, I guess what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
so that moving forward you would have a unique experience there. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those decisions or whatever it is were the actual ones that happened. Um, Talking about like story in video games, and this could get me really riled up about this nonsense, but I do have Gears of War on here as a potential good series. Like, isn't it freaking Dave Batista has wanted to be in a Gears of War movie, or that's just the fan cast that everybody wants him in
Yeah,
forever and
for
ever?
sure. I agree. It would be
Uh,
sweet.
and those, there's much less of that story element. But in Gears 5, this is a minor spoiler alert for Gears 5, you as a player have to make a choice to kill off a character and save another character. And because we haven't had any games after that, we don't know what of those was actually the right choice for these things. And now they've painted themselves into a corner, and that's why we're getting Gears of War E-Day, which is just a prequel from way back.
Gotcha.
But I
Yeah.
think that Gears of War would make an excellent game. Following the line of those same GOW with Gears of War, God of War could also make an excellent TV show, which I think they're in talks for it right now. I'm kind of curious as to how it would be. So when I brought this up to the wife, she's like, I don't know if that would be very good because the whole game itself is basically already a movie where you just kind of do combat in between it. But is that what people want out of these things where it's like, just tell the story that we got to play in the game? People that have played the game will appreciate seeing this story that they liked in a different medium,
Yep.
and people that haven't played the game will get to experience the story.
Yeah. I have it on my list of TV shows. because I think there's too much story to try to pack into a movie.
Right.
Like,
Do you think that they would do God of War or would they do Dad of War
I
with
think,
flashbacks
I
to
think,
things that happened in God of War?
I think Dad of War would be the first one that they would release, and then if it was successful, they would go into the first games as like
Oh,
spin-offs.
not even just as flashbacks, because there's already kind of flashbacky elements to what led him to being the way that he is.
Eh,
Kratos.
I don't know. I think you could dive into those other games as their own later seasons or spin-offs. But I would say Dad
Um,
of War.
my list was shrinking. I don't think that I've said any of your movies, so you'll be able to rattle all of those off. This is kind of announced, I guess. I don't know if I'm believing the news that I hear on TikTok that they're casting for a new Street Fighter movie.
All the other
No?
ones have been trash.
Well, I mean, it's got like what is it? I think 50 Cent is going to be in it. Maybe that's the only reason that it caught my attention.
Lame. That would go in
Uh,
the Uncharted group of movies. Although I didn't hate that movie, but that's a TV show. Way too
I
much
wrote
stuff
down
skipped.
I wrote down Uncharted, and then after it, I put bad, and the wife was like, "You didn't like Uncharted?" And I'm just like, I don't. It certainly didn't launch into the series that I'm sure that they wanted it to be. So
Yeah,
can we call it bad on that front?
it's bad.
Last thing, that these are basically games that are already movies, but people always think that they should be made into movies or shows or something.
Okay.
And that, of course, is all of our Kojima goodness. So Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding. People
Yeah.
are losing their mind, and they think, well, Death Stranding already has Norman Reedus in it, who is a movie star and a
Yep.
TV star. So
Hmm.
could very easily translate that over. I am at the end of my list of things that I think would make good movies or TV shows. What did I not cross off of your list, Mag?
So my last TV show is a game above me here, all the way at the top. Ba-ba-da-da. Maybe not at the top. I don't know where I put it. I think it's
Doki
even
Doki
higher.
Literature Club?
Yes, no, Time Soldiers up here.
Oh,
So
Time Sold.
not a lot of people have probably ever even heard of Time Soldiers, but basically you are these two dudes and you have to go into different ages of time to go rescue people that have like been lost, like different like soldiers. And so you go to like the prehistoric age where there's like dinosaurs and stuff. You go to like the Roman era where it's like the Roman Colosseum and then you like go to like the common war, like World War One, World War Two, and then you go to like a futuristic level as well. And so I think that could make for a really cool like TV show. Like you could do 2 episodes per level, and then you fight like a boss at the end or whatever, and it's like, okay, we rescued this person. Well, now you got to go. Like you could preface it like, okay, there are these 5 people we need to go save, and they're in each of these worlds, and like, okay, we go here. So kind of, I don't know, it could be cool.
Oh, I think that the show that you're describing has already existed in some way without the video game tie-in, be it Quantum Leap or I didn't watch it, but I think there was one that was called like Sliders or something like that, where they just kind of moved around to different places, or even like like removing the time travel element. There's plenty of shows where they just put the heroes in a different environment week after week.
Yeah. So I thought that would be a cool
Yeah, cool.
thing people have never heard of. So then for movies, I had Resident Evil 4. I think that would be a killer movie. I don't think there's too much story that you couldn't pack it all into a movie's worth of time. And people love Resident Evil 4.
The existing Resident Evil movies that exist are pretty hit or miss, from my understanding.
Yeah. Well, this has more. This isn't.
This
you
would be
know,
something completely
a,
different.
a
The
laser
movies are kind of their own thing.
a laser wall that's cutting people into pieces. The second one I have for movie, which I think you could do multiples of, is the Monster Hunter franchise. I think
Meg,
that
did you know that there's a Monster Hunter movie
is there really?
and it was bad?
Oh, I did not know
It was
that.
by the same. It's got the same gal that was in all of the Resident Evil movies. The actress whose
They
name I
made a
forget
Monster
right
Hunter
now.
movie?
Yes, Meg.
Oh man. Well, cross that off the list then. It was
I
bad.
mean, they haven't made a good Monster Hunter movie, so you can make your
I
case
mean,
for.
the thing is like you could totally make it like Jurassic Park, but they actually fight the dinosaurs and not just run away. Like that could be super cool. They just flubbed it.
Yeah.
I refuse to. All right. And then my last one is just a personal bias, one of my favorite games, but I think a custom Robo movie would be super dope. I think you could do like Transformers slash Gundam style. Because the a lot of people don't know custom Robo, but you're like you have these. They're like they fight in these like little battle spheres, and so you're like dudes. They're almost like Beyblades, not really, but like I think that it'd be kind of like have you seen like Real Steel
Yeah.
or like like Battle Bots, the TV show? Like it's just like it's kind of like that because they're like these miniature little
Oh,
like
aren't all of these the fighting robot is already a very strong genre in anime, right, Meg? Like they all
well
exist
yeah, it's
as
like
animes
Gundam.
of varying degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you could do a custom Robo one and it could be super dope. Just because I don't know, Transformers. I love Transformers. So to me, like fighting robots equals cool. So I'm sad the Monster Hunter
So
thing. I didn't realize that was actually a thing.
so when Transformers 1 was announced and they said that it was going to be on Cybertron, everybody was very hopeful. Well, everybody, myself, I was very hopeful that they were just going to be copying the style of the Transformers. What is it? I think it's Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron, the
Yep.
games that they had. Just whole cloth, just steal that. They kind of did their own thing, but it still was a hope that we had at the time that that's how they were going to make them. As I was looking through all the shelves, I saw Pacific Rim sitting on the shelf, which is already just what would be an excellent video game if we were doing any of those, where it's movies that we think should be video games.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked through some of my stuff, but that's where I was at. So you said you had a list of movie games or movie
Yeah,
games that
man, I went
were
on
TV
to
shows and movies.
IMDb and I looked up all of these things, and now I'm excited to see how many of them you don't even know existed. This is going to be
Yeah.
great. There have been so many Pokemon movies, including one that people actually saw, which was Detective Pikachu, which
Yep.
was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot that Angry Birds was a video game that was super popular for a point in time that
Yep.
has created a number of different movies.
Yep.
Um, when we were talking about um, what is it? Some of the television series that you were proposing, where you're like, oh, they can do a season of this and a season of this. I was going to interject and talk about how that's basically what they did with The Last of Us, but
Yep.
it seems to be to varying degrees of success because everybody really liked the first season. Now the second season was just some portion of the second game, and now they think it's going to take them two more seasons to finish the second game. And with the speed that television shows are produced these days, who knows when that's actually going to happen? I don't know. It's a little bananas.
Yep.
I have not yet watched the Fallout series, but
I
I
haven't
hear that
either.
that's real good. I would like to check that one out. They made a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yep.
You knew about that one, right? Very good, very
Yep.
good. I have Sonic and Mario. I can't believe that you haven't brought up Sonic, but whatever, it's fine. You like the
Yeah.
Sonic movies well enough. They're okay.
Yeah.
There were the old Angelina Jolie Tomb Raiders, and
Yep.
then also one of the newer ones that didn't really turn into anything. But I enjoyed that. I mean, Tomb Raider is just Indiana Jones, and Uncharted is also just Indiana Jones. So, I
Yep.
mean, they should work as movies, but I don't know. I didn't think that Uncharted was super great.
Eh.
I thought that Borderlands was bad.
Didn't see
I
it.
didn't
Yeah, it
I
exists.
didn't want to just dunk on everything on here, but of the ones that I saw that I thought were bad, I want to make sure that I give them special mention here. So this is get your haterade, take a sip.
Yep.
I thought that the Minecraft movie was bad.
Haven't seen it. Don't really want to. You didn't include the
Uh,
Halo series yet.
It's next on the list. I watched the first season. I only watched the first season of Halo, and it was bad. And that's one
Yeah.
where there was my rant earlier in our discussion, where all you have to do is just tell the story that already exists in the game. You
Yes.
don't have to do your own thing. Why do you
Yes.
have to do this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
100% agree.
I can't believe it.
Yep.
I have Resident Evil written down here just because there've been a bunch of movies that are loosely affiliated with the games, basically, name only for that kind of stuff. I have enjoyed and am looking forward to the new Mortal Kombat movie that is coming out. They're fun for what they are, like they're just a good time. Plus that theme song, that's movie. That was not from the video game,
Yep.
and it's just amazing.
It's amazing.
They also dropped. I have two left here. Big Finish. They dropped a trailer today, I believe it was, for Twisted Metal Season 2 on Peacock,
Yep.
which I would not call good, but it is fun.
It's a thing.
And in the trailer, it looked like it even had some of like the environmental effects of like lightning striking the arena that they were doing, which was a thing that happened in the video game. I don't know. It's super interesting. And then one that I saw on the list of like video game movies or movie video games or whatever it was that I didn't even think of, and I kind of had to put the connection together with it, was a movie called Werewolves Within,
Okay.
which is not based on a specific video game, but it's kind of like I think they call it Werewolves at Night or like a Mafia, or maybe they put it in there because it's basically just Among Us, where it's people trying to figure out who among them is the monster.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I know there's like a Godfather game, but that was the movie first. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Well, there was a Scarface game yet too. Like
Yeah.
if you had just said movie tie-in games, I would have come prepared to this call with a completely different list of things.
Wow, it's okay. I think it's been a good discussion. I think it's been a lot of fun chatting about this stuff.
One last thing while I was going over all of that. So just take a quick look at this over here, then I'm going to read the fine print. So this is Dead Rising, which is fighting zombies in a mall.
Yep.
And in the fine print on the front, Capcom felt it was necessary to add the disclaimer that said, this game was not developed, approved, or licensed by the owners or creators of George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
At least we
Just
know
a
it's not a
zombie
movie
game.
tie-in.
Yeah.
Oh, they made Until Dawn is a movie that's based off a video game.
Until Dawn, a video game that was basically already an interactive movie.
Yes. So, yeah,
Right?
figure that one out. I haven't seen the movie, but choices, right? So, I guess it worked. All right.
Do you think that all of these video game movies that are super heavy with choice should be handled in the way that Netflix did that one episode of Black Mirror where you got to make choices as you watched the episode?
I don't know. That would be interesting. Like an interactive, but then you're just like, it's just a game. It's just
Right.
a game with real
Yeah,
people
I-
instead of.
I think maybe putting a pin in all of this is that as much as we think that everything could be a good movie or a video game, or sorry, a good movie or a series that is a video game, the video game is already its own thing. It's an interactive medium that can afford something to a player that a TV show or a movie never could. They're seeking to accomplish different things, I
Yeah.
guess is what I'm trying to say.
Gran,
But still, a fun discussion
Gran
nonetheless.
Turismo also.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's do our games, Wade. Let's do them. I'm winning this week. I got a good feeling about it. All right, I'm going to share this with you. I am going to win this one, and I am confident. Because I did it earlier this morning. Just kidding. I didn't.
That would be pretty tricky.
This is an anime game. Six average guesses. Why do we keep getting these bad ones?
So just type in Hatsune Miku and see what comes up.
Hatsune Miku.
Just pick one of them. Wrong franchise and saga.
It says it's on the Switch.
Let's go with
I have no clue.
Tales. No, that's my nasally voice coming through. T is in Tom. Tales of Arise. Yeah, let's go with that.
There she is.
I don't know who you are, lady.
You know who that
Anime.
is?
No, some anime lady.
This is not Doki
Skip.
Doki.
Put it in. Put in Doki Doki.
No, it's not that.
We know that it's not. It's not Persona either. That's not their art style.
Who is this? Who are these women?
That's the other. That's their rival anime girl.
Look at her leg,
person.
bro. What is she doing? Jeez. Oh, they
Put
both have
in,
their legs up.
Yeah, put in Soul Hackers. Oh, apparently that's not a game.
What do we got here? Visual novel.
Oh, that's what it is? It's a visual novel?
Yes.
Is that what it tells us?
It's not Doki
No.
Doki.
Okay.
It's an adventure visual novel. PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. Who is this guy?
That's the guy. Put in Laz Blue.
Blaze Blue.
Yeah, pick one of those. Can't even fight the right freaking
Files.
series. Oh, so it's AI, the Selenium files or whatever it is. Yeah. 6 guesses, baby.
Boom. We got it. All right. I'm giving that a no win to either.
I don't
of
even
us.
want it. Yeah, I don't want it.
Dumb. All right. Artwork.
Do not want. This is a movie. This is right? Isn't this The Usual Suspects? Guess not. It's news to me.
I'm gonna
This is
guess
literally the police lineup, right? Like that's just what happens in The Usual Suspects.
Police Quest. Just kidding. Average guesses on this one is 6 as well. Dang.
Big yikes.
This is a scary movie.
Put something in or do a skip.
Phoenix Wright, dude. Adventure PC.
Yeah, not gonna get it. It's not gonna happen. These PC event. Look at this. Look at the bottom right corner. This is some old PC game. This is like an advertisement from a magazine. No idea. Oh wait, is it?
Grand Theft
my gosh.
Auto? Bro, what?
This is not the artwork of Grand Theft Auto. This is an ad trying to sell
my
you on
gosh.
Grand Theft Auto. On the right of the screen, that is the artwork of Grand Theft Auto because this was a top-down game.
What in the heck, dude?
This is an ad. This is not
Wow.
Gamedel, you're on my list. We're gonna hash it out. Not happy.
Oh, we know this one. 1, 2, 3. Ness.
Yes.
There he is.
EK Fire.
Would you know who Ness
Chris
was
Clark.
if it weren't for Smash Bros?
I played Earthbound
I
well
did not.
after Smash Brothers came out, so no, I wouldn't.
I was talking to my coworker today about our Smash Bros tournament we did, the Palooza. That was really fun.
Yeah.
All right. Ants, realism, and flooding. Do you have a guess? I have a guess.
Yeah. What's your guess?
Is it Sim Ant?
I was gonna go with Grounded, but you should do Sim Ant.
Do Grounded first.
Oh, it could be Sim Ant. You might have it. You might have it,
Let's
my dude.
go! Yes! Dude, I loved this game back in the day. This game was awesome, dude.
I think we
You
played
could, like,
a
fight
little bit
'em.
more Sim. I think I played more Sim Farm, I think is what.
Dude, did you
the
ever play
I
Sim
played.
Tower? That game was dope.
No.
You had built like a tower and it had restaurants. Dude. Am I up 1-0? What is happening? Sim Ant, baby! I guess I won then, right?
Yep, you got it, buddy.
I told you! Yes!
That's because you didn't give me the first one, which I didn't want. So
Let's go! Yes! I'll take it. All right.
are we not? Are we not playing the other thing? Oh, we are playing. the
Oh,
other
we're
thing.
playing
Great.
the other thing. All right, you can go first. 2008.
2008. Well, then
Think
that
of
must
Bowser.
be. Oh, Diddy's there, so it's Brawl. It's Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Yes. I agree. All right. This one. I think it's Fallout New Vegas.
It is a Fallout. Is there other pictures to look at? Oh, I suppose because of the words.
Yes.
Yeah. The number of words.
Correctamundo. All right.
You gotta use those.
Do you know this one? I think I know this one.
That's just WoW. It's World of
Yes.
Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Boom. All right. 1999, dude. Could this be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? They just released a new one.
Yeah, 3 and 4. It's on Game Pass. I don't know if I should try it out, or if I'll be upset at
Ooh.
my abilities.
I feel like you might know this game.
You don't? Very recognizable art style. I dunked on it earlier in
Is
the
this
episode.
Borderlands?
It is
2?
Borderlands 2.
Boom. All right. Let's see this one here. I think I know this game. Is this Left 4 Dead?
That's Left 4 Dead, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2.
Did you ever play World War Z? That game
Those
was
two?
kind of crazy, dude.
I did not play World War Z.
It's actually pretty dope. What is this? Oh, this is The Witcher 3.
Let's throw a coin to your Witcher, yeah, man.
Dude, I think we're going to 100% it, dude.
Oh, easily.
Since this is one of your favorite games, I'll give you this one.
It's a Link to the Past, baby.
Is it A Link to the Past?
The Link to the Past, maybe. Oh, A Link, yeah.
And
ALTTP.
So, something that I forgot to tell you is I've been playing this game that we used to play together, Rocket League, again, and I was
you're
going to tell
back
you
on
we
Rocket
should
League?
play it again sometime soon. You heard it here first.
Is there a filthy casual place where we can? Is it just unranked? Is that
Yeah,
where
dude.
we can have a chance?
We can.
Rockets Leagues.
Rocket League. All right, Wade. We are almost at an hour, but we were talking before, so we're not going to quite be that long. Tell us about the achievement of the week.
So I'm using the achievement of the week as an opportunity to mention to you once again, because you're paying for Xbox Game Pass, and we were talking about
Just renewed
old
today.
games a couple of episodes ago.
Yep.
That you should download Retro Classics, even if only to mess around with it for a half an hour, to play some of these old Atari games and see if you could even find one that is halfway good. But one of the achievements in Retro Classics is you can challenge other people to beat your score. So basically, you go in and you say, I'm challenging this person, and then it lets you play, and then it sends your score off to them, and then they have one opportunity to play the game and beat the score that you set. And somebody randomly challenged me, and apparently it was in some helicopter shooting game, and when I accepted the challenge, I only shot down like 3 choppers and got like 300 points. And when it went to the results screen, it said that they had only gotten 200 points. So they were even worse than I was at the game. So I got the Retro Classics achievement called Player 1, ONE, for winning a versus game challenge.
Nice.
And in case this other person is a lover of achievements like I am, I did immediately re-challenge them back and then crash myself into the ground immediately, posting a score of 0 points. So now all they have to do is shoot down one thing, just get 100 points, and then they'll be able to also get the Player 1 achievement. It's a fun name because it's like the classic, you play and then pass the controller to somebody else kind of situation. I'll try and beat my score.
I can dig it. Cool. Player 1. Well, we are player officially out of this episode, and we thank you all for listening. Tell us your favorite video game movie or a game that you think would be a great movie in the comments below.
We didn't even talk
And-
about Ready Player One.
that's for another time. We actually have a topic in the bank for that one. Yeah. So
Do we now?
we'll get to that. So anyway, I'm Meg. That's Wade. And thanks for watching Gamer Disclaimer. That's it.
Till the next one. Bye.